just to get to the place that you're at today. I couldn't tell you till you straight, I gotta estimate. I wonder if I ought to go here with the pastor say. Now go ahead, get me out of here, I couldn't last a day. I got the city talking about me like I passed away. Automatic is a habit, you should know it's automated. I've been getting to it, I ain't noticed y'all was hating. Brand new chick, she don't know the occupation. I just wanna know that I can hold a conversation. Oof, I don't know what y'all debating. I've been waiting for you, now I'm running out of patience. Running up a check, trying to run an operation. Went broke in the check and put 100 out of savings in. I can tell now that you ain't talking about nothing. I'ma need something.
From the future home of Super Bowl 56, there's a look at SoFi Stadium just south of downtown Los Angeles. Today, we're set for a good AFC matchup between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Los Angeles Chargers.
Josh Lambo to kick off for Jacksonville.
Two teams trying to stake their claim to postseason football. Week 14 of the NFL is underway. Fielded in the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
First take over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Here's the first carry for Austin Eckler. And he'll power his way up near the 25. The game's first play produces 6 yards, brings up 2nd down. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Out of the gun, Eckler running it. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
29-yard line.
Off the play fake to Eckler, it's Herbert. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 12 yards there. The Chargers have a 1st down. Well, we know he has pretty good hands on display there. In fact, he only needed one of them.
Yeah, nowadays, all these receivers work on this, right? They do the one-handed catches off the machine in practice. They do it with their quarterbacks. They do it contested, uncontested. They make it part of their repertoire.
On 1st down, Justin Herbert. Looking left side, he's got it, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Another connection between the two. This one good for 12 and a 1st down. And he's already got 2 catches on the opening drive. They know he's going to be a handful.
And sometimes you game plan for that offensively. You want to make sure that guy touches the ball, and sometimes it just happens naturally. And then you change your game plan. When he has the hot hand, you keep going back to him because he's running routes with confidence as the game goes on.
On 1st and 10, Herbert. He's got his man on the crossing route. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. The end result, 21 yards.
1st and 10 at the 25-yard line.
To the air again, Herbert evades him at the 20. He'll get this to Eckler. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing, but 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like it, they love it, because now everyone gets locked in. Your confidence jumps up. Everyone's easy about what they're doing out there. And by the way, they're looking at the sideline thinking to themselves and expressing, just keep throwing it. We're doing pretty well.
And he's in for a Charger touchdown. From 17 yards out. And the Chargers take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive.
For the extra point.
Looking sharp on that first drive. These guys, of course, coming off back-to-back victories. And you see that kind of advancing into this game, don't you?
You certainly do. And when you have a team that doesn't get too full of itself, even though they've won 2 games in a row, you get the end result that we saw there. That nice opening drive because they're sharp, they're focused, and they're locked into everything that they're doing.
Taken about 7 yards deep. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
On 1st and 10. Rolling. Looking outside, he's got a man. It's Barber. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Now the former Terrapin, this is Ty Johnson, and he'll be brought down right around the 37. 7 yards there and a first down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL, so when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
And he'll let this one go deep for Chark. This is caught inside the 15. And he's taken down all the way inside the LA 10.
Jacksonville.
That's a big-time pitch and catch right there. And, partner, I remember the days when quarterbacks would try this. They were holding their breath. But nowadays, they're counting on their receiver to be just a little bit better than the defensive back when it's one-on-one and the ball's in the air like that.
1st and goal, and a chance to get that initial touchdown right back. They'll try and run. This is Johnson. He pushes forward for maybe 3 down to the 6-yard line. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there, but of course you're going to give it to him.
The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. To Johnson again. And that'll get him halfway there as he takes it from the 6 to the 3-yard line.
The tackle made.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
The ball mere inches from the white line on 3rd and goal. They'll run it with Johnson. And this is going to depend on his spot, but I believe he might be a few inches short. It'll be called a gain of 2, and that'll leave him with some options here on 4th and inches.
Brings up 4th and goal.
And no move to take the offense on the field. They're going to stay out there and go for it on 4th and goal. They run. It's Johnson. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Ty Johnson, his 26th touchdown, drawing even with Marshall Faulk for the 4th most in a single season. And the Jaguars are within an extra point of tying this one up.
His kick is good.
And he knocks it through.
That ties the game at 7. Josh Lambo to kick.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. He'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
1st and 10. At their own 24-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. Good drive last time. Really effective passing the football. Do you maybe mix it up, now go to the ground game and surprise the defense a little bit?
I would anticipate the defense making some changes, but I wouldn't necessarily just absolutely go in the opposite direction. They're doing so well throwing the ball.
Yeah, why
I wouldn't change it up until they showed me a reason to do so.
Justin Herbert looking to throw on 2nd down. And incomplete. He tried to leave it underneath. Nearly got picked. They may be lucky to have that one back. 3rd down.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
3rd and 2, Herbert. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he is going to have the Chargers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. A 1st down and then some. Give him 29 yards. A shotgun snap for Herbert. He dumps it to Eckler underneath. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. This game not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 27-yard line.
Herbert on 1st down now. That's into the hands of Eckler. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Gain of 9.
It'll be a gain of 9, and that'll make it 2nd and short.
18-yard line.
7-7, our score after 1.
The score tied 7-7.
Herbert back to the air. Escaping the pressure right. And now he's going to use his legs.
Herbert able to show his wheels as he gets the first.
Certainly making his presence felt in both the pass and the run game. He's having an impact.
Yeah, his first carry of the game right there. He had hurt him with his arm. Now he's showing that he can shuffle the puppies as well. From the shotgun, here's Herbert. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. Out of the gun, Herbert. Eluding the pressure right. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
Third and goal now, mere inches from pay dirt.
Operating from the gun, Herbert. Pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19. Josh Allen in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. Now McManus will line up for the field goal. This from 36 yards out.
A 36-yard attempt.
And McManus able to put it through. And the Chargers grab themselves a 3-0 lead. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays that when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 31-yard line.
Johnson. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down. The play fake. Rolling. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first.
Complete to number 80.
Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes You're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the gun, rolling. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. Joey Bosa make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
To throw on 2nd down. Rolling. That one complete. He finds Sharp. He'll be hit down at the 33. 5 yards on the play. His 2nd catch, and this one not nearly as electrifying as his first. And it'll bring up 3rd down now. Operating from the gun. Rolling. And this one into the hands of DJ Sharp. And they'll get him down at about the 37, well short of the first. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. Corey Vedvik on to punt the football. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Fielded just inside the 20. A 40-yard punt, no return. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over.
20-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Herbert off of play action. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. A gain of 13. It's a 1st down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice 1st down. Drive keeps moving.
Running on 1st down, Eckler. Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
At the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back down and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
A play fake, and now Herbert to throw. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he'll be brought down with the 1st down after a gain of about 11 as that takes us to the 2-minute warning. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Charger 1st. Two 1st downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. It's complete. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
3 at the 44-yard line.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Operating from the gun. Herbert. Forced out to his left. He's going to take off with it. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. When in doubt, do it yourself as he keeps it for 3 and a first down.
1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Here's Herbert. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. Actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
2nd and 10. Here's Herbert once more. And he comes back with one complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 29-yard line. The Chargers' passing game rolling a bit here. They've got another first. Setting up to throw on first down. Going right side here, and that's complete. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play.
At the Jaguars' 31-yard line.
A small bit of adversity here on what's been a strong drive as they come up 2nd and 12. Herbert throwing again. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. 1st and 2nd down were a disaster. Both went backwards. Now it's 3rd and 18. They need something big. Here's Herbert. Goes for the right side here, complete. And he'll be stopped here well short of the first down at the 24-yard line. Now a timeout called for by the defense as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action.
A 41-yard attempt.
The kick by McManus is good. And the lead stretches to 6 here. It's 13-7. Still a little bit of time left here in the second quarter, but they do get 3 before the half and expand that lead.
And they have to be happy about that. And we haven't met a team yet that doesn't put an emphasis on trying to get points on the board in the last 2 minutes of a half. They'll be real excited to have those up on the board.
Takes this about 5 yards deep. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. A final shot before break. Rolling. And this will be incomplete. 1 second left to go. They were looking for Johnson that time. And it's second down.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Final shot before break. Rolling. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we have reached halftime in what's a 6-point game at the break. As we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the Jaguars with work to do. They trail here as we are back underway on EA Sports.
Taken about 7 yards deep. And no fireworks to start the half. This will be a touchback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works.
At the 20.
Ball at the 24 and a 2nd and 11.
From the gun, rolling, uncorks one for Davis. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
On 3rd down, rolling. And he'll let this one go deep for Chuck. And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Jaguars. DJ Chark, 76 yards. And the Jaguars are an extra point away from taking the lead.
I think if you polled defensive backs, they would say the corner route, take that out, make it illegal, because that is so hard to recognize and so hard to adjust because your first move is to not get beat in the middle of the field. And that's how they move you first before they break off to the corner.
But then as the wide receiver, great job. It's tough to turn those upfield and go, but he did a great job with it there.
Really good balance, really good body control, and how about the end result? A touchdown.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Charger drive about to get going. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they don't.
And that's caught inside the 35. And they finally get him, but not before he reaches the 33-yard line.
At the 33-yard line.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Operating from the gun, Herbert. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
Here's Herbert now on 2nd down. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 22-yard line. A gain there of 21 yards. You can just kind of sense the momentum turning here. It's 1st and 10. From the gun, Herbert. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 18. And he'll bring this one back to the 29.
That's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds.
Number 81, out of bounds at the 36-yard line. It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2.
On 2nd down, it's Johnson. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
On 1st down, rolling. Being chased out left. He's going to take off with it. The escapability in evidence there is that one good for 15 and a 1st. We've seen the pressure get to him several times in this game. There, though, we see him escaping.
And we've seen this rookie video before as well. That type of pressure, oftentimes, what do you resort to? Your legs, try and escape. What you hope is that this doesn't become habit for him, that he learns how to handle the pressure, still keep his eyes downfield, and make some throws.
Throwing on 1st down. Rolling. Throw left side complete. That's Barber. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and
6
4.
yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Johnson, and he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin too.
They go to Johnson again. And boy, from up here, I don't think Johnson got there. No, he did not. They'll be marked inches short. No gain on the play, and that's going to lead them to 4th down.
4th down.
So they'll say no to the 50-yard field goal try. Instead, the offense out there, they're going for it. He can run for it, and he will. And this will depend on the mark. I'm not sure he pushed the line forward. And indeed, he did not. They stop him. Well, their first 4th down attempt earlier was successful. This one backfires for a turnover on downs.
I like their aggressiveness. I like what they're doing. They got it the first time they went for it. Why not a second time? I don't think they'll be daunted from attempting it again. If you're on the defensive side of the ball, though, any 4th down stop is a big momentum play.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man. And you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
A 3rd quarter now, to 1-point game as they line up 2nd and 10.
To throw again. Herbert. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Herbert just beat the play clock. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. This is a counter play. Eckler. And they go backwards here. Losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
2nd and 11 now.
Operating from the gun, Herbert. And that'll be incomplete. Herbert took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. From the gun, Herbert. It's caught. He finds Myers. And he will go out right near the 35-yard line. That one good for 13 and a Charger first.
35-yard line.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They go back to the ground now with Eckler. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
Carrier. He was tackled at the 27-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2.
Is going to do it for this third quarter of action. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. It's Eckler again. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 11 yards there, 1st down. I tell you, they didn't give it to him much through the first 3 quarters, but when they have, he's been efficient. Maybe they ride him more here down the stretch.
Yeah, not sure it was actually in the game plan for him to have as few carries as he has, but it might play out really well for them now. As you noted, if they want to ride him down the stretch, he should have fresh legs.
Operating from the red zone. He's going to be sacked. Back at the 23-yard line. Caleb Chason. Credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Operating from the gun, Herbert. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. I tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Going to throw on 3rd down with Herbert. Flushed out right. And this will be caught in the end zone for a Chargers touchdown. A 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Chargers are going to retake the lead.
I know we often laugh, and sometimes we even exalt the guys who are great trash talkers and give us some really funny lines. But the bottom line is absolute production on the field. His second touchdown of the game, and they lead.
And now they'll be looking to their defense to preserve that lead. They'll try and run it here. And he will get into the end zone for the 2 points, and that helps. That gives them a 7-point lead. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Charles, this one not over, certainly, but you set the magic number earlier in this game at 20 points, said that they would need to hold them right around that marker under it. What are you seeing here?
Well, that number is still in play because we said, okay, 20 or under gives them a chance to win. Right on pace for being in that range. And guess what? They've got a shot.
And this will be a Jaguars first down as the tackle made at the 35-yard line. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down.
Jacksonville.
Play action. Rolling. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A big one there for the Jags. 18 yards, first down. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Working his way into the secondary, figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open.
Off the bootleg. Rolling. Steps away to his left. And he's going to keep it here. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble.
How many times have we seen this late in the fourth quarter? Because you know the pass rush is getting after him. And they get upfield, get that great push. And what do they create? Space. And he takes off.
First and 10. Rolling. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
He was trying to get that one out to his running back out of the backfield, but that one was read and timed perfectly, and they were able to break it up.
Second and 10 from the 33-yard line. Throwing again. Rolling. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line.
Enough takes a start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
No, now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Off the play fake. Rolling. Flush to his right. On the run, he'll let it go deep, right? And this is caught. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown.
Jacksonville.
DJ Chark with his 13th touchdown of the year and 2nd of the game. And the Jaguars are within an extra point of tying this one up. Lambo to add on the extra point. And we are tied here in the fourth quarter.
That ties the game at 21 apiece. Josh Lambo to kick off for Jacksonville.
A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. Taken in the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
Chargers take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this fourth quarter to try to grab that lead back. They run on first down as they're able to get this forward for about 4.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Herbert. Hunter Henry brings it in. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
Makes it third.
This is 3rd and 2. Maybe the biggest play in this football game.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
On 3rd and 2, Herbert. And it's complete. Henry. And nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at that 49. Forget the run on 3rd and 1. They shock the D and rip off a pretty big play.
The 49-yard line.
We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. They'll run out of the gun with Eckler. And he's going to take this across midfield into Jacksonville territory. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, LA. A big play there with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Chargers are going to take the lead. And it's good. That makes it a 28-21 game.
That's the score. Chargers 28. Jaguars.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. No return on this one. It's a fair catch, a signal for and taken.
The Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinator's probably scratching their head. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Uchenna and Nwosu got the sack there.
It's 2nd down.
He'll look to throw. Incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it. Back-to-back big plays defensively. First the sack. Now they force the incompletion on 3rd and long. Things looking pretty good for them.
And this is where they have to be careful because they've got the momentum going their way. They will be really amped up to get to the quarterback. Look out. Draw, screen, something that can be used against them.
And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. Escaping the pressure right. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And a super return as he gets us all the way down inside the 25-yard line. He got out of the pocket there, was wondering what he was going to do with it, but I think he was calling, his receiver was calling for the ball, wasn't he?
He certainly was. The problem, he called for it too late, and when he delivered, they were all over him in the secondary and came up with the interception.
Herbert will give this one to Eckler. And a short gain here, down to the 22.
Number 30, Austin.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Defense still with 3 timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them here as the kneel down comes. Well, as always, partner, an extreme pleasure to share a booth with you. I have to say, I am impressed at your discipline because you came here and you said you were not going to eat any of the media buffet. You made it to the end. You didn't consume a single calorie.
I appreciate that. What you missed is me going to the concession stand outside of your eyesight and getting it done that way. Look, I mean, they were serving the good stuff. I had to do it.
Oh, man, but you're svelte, in good shape, but you cheated a little bit. We'll let it slide.
I appreciate that. Always a pleasure to work with you.
So, for the Chargers, the win moves them to 12-1 now on the year. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.
We did a lot for the wins. Came in a drop on a 10. Now we on top once again. Yeah. I had to tighten the plan. Yeah. I got it right in the end. Now we on top once again. I don't want it if it ain't love. If it ain't, get it away from me. Who you gon' jack if it ain't us? LABB to the bakery. Some mad that I came up. I know my granny gon' pray for me. It was just us in the vacancy. We had to get it from A to B. Wheels never felt like this. 2 seats in the hills, how I feel righteous. Blue sheets for the mills, but the deal priceless. New keys can't care what's still private. I might just double it up. Did it? Never enough, I'm with it. 5, 2, 3 on the business. Whole team got wins and the wheels still spinning. I told them what I told them. We did a lot for the wins. Came in a drop on a 10. Now we on top once again. Yeah. Hey, I had to tighten the plan. I got it right in the end. Now we on top. Got a spot and it's locked to the click all in. I got ops. If he drop, I just hit my dance.